What is this? In the early hours of May 7, 2020, a deadly disaster struck the Indian city of Visakhapatnam. A gas leak from the LG Polymer's chemical plant turned a peaceful morning into a nightmare, leaving devastation and loss in its wake. Join us as we delve into the events leading up to the incident, its immediate aftermath, and the lessons learned from this tragic event. To truly understand the magnitude of this tragedy, it's essential to know the names and faces of the lost. Diverse individuals whose lives are cut short, but whose impact continues to resonate.
When we started to our conversation, somebody came in, and that was the Vizag police. That police suddenly came in and asked the locals go out. He suggests to us not to meet or not to visit the locals one by one, not to meet themselves here because they afraid of the kind of possible conflict with the locals. Afternoon of our first day, we started to have meeting with the victims in hotel room. Thankfully, a lot of victims came to have interview with us.
A small team from Asian Citizen Center for Environment and Health was dispatched to investigate the incident. Professor Peck was in charge of interviewing the victims and analyzing their medical conditions, met a total of 61 households, each comprised of different people with varying symptoms. As we listen to the voices of their grieving loved ones, we catch a glimpse of the lives that were cut short, the laughter that echoed through their homes, and the dreams that were never allowed to fully bloom.
Around 4 o'clock we get up, sir, because of the bad smell. When I was come out, it was completely filled with just like a fog. That styrene gas was filled with every entire in my house, outside, and everywhere.
If I am working 1 hour, okay, and after this incident, I can't work even 10 minutes or 20 minutes then more.
Firstly, I got affected and my eyes were getting fired, something like pain, and he got me wake up. After some time, he got problem. And at what he has some conscious. I was not nearby him at that time. He felt unconscious. I was not nearby him.
So he got unconscious.
He got
on the street.
On the street itself only.
So it's a third-degree burn.
Bereaved families carry the pain of losing their mother, father, husband, daughter, and son. Among the incident was Dr. Srinivas and Mr. Kiran Kumar, who vigorously strived to fully resolve the disaster. As victims themselves, they too suffered through the disaster the very night of the gas leak, and with the conviction to help the victims of this incident, they aided the investigation alongside the team from the Asian Citizen Center for Environment and Health.
This is Hemalata. This is my brother's daughter. My kid, Dishta Reddy.
Is that your kid?
My kid, sir, at the time of incident. The early hours of 7th May 2020, morning 2:24 a.m., I received a call from my neighbor's house. He was told it smelled like a gas or corona preventive spray. We thought that the corona preventive spray, the smell is gradually increasing. At the time, I noticed my family members were suffering from severe body burnings and difficulty in breathing. Then I took all of us my bedroom. At the time of all 8 was in the same room. The whole house was full of smoke. This is our groundwater, sir. This is okay, sir. This bottle is okay. This, like petrol, diesel, colors. Whenever we go to the field, this is also you observe that. You observe. One of the reservoir is there in behind of my house. It nearly 2 kilometers from the incident place. This is called Magadragedda Reservoir. This water, total water contaminated with our styrene vapor. The government announced don't take that Magadragedda Reservoir water up to 1 month.
In 2023, they spoke in front of the Asian Network for the Rights of Occupational and Environmental Victims biannual conference about this issue.
We have formed an association with the name as LG Polymers Gas Victims Welfare Association on 11/6/2020.
They're not doing any medical support or financial assistance. They're simply sitting mum and keeping their hands folded.
With the help of Dr. Srinivas and Mr. Kiran Kumar, Professor Beck and the Korean research team created a medical report and statistical analysis with the data gathered in Visakhapatnam. One step at a time, each members put their efforts in resolving this issue. Asian Network for the Rights of Occupational and Environmental Victims, or NRO for short, commenced an action in front of the Korean embassy by visually recreating the LG gas leak disaster and handing out a statement to the Korean government and LG itself.
Please don't take pictures.
Victims and their families are suffering from this tragedy. So we would like to send a message to the Korean people as well. So please help us and support us.
The management of LG Polymers also has not taken any care, and they have not apologized. Even though this much magnitude incident had happened.
I observed that all of them they lost their lives also. 12 lives at the time of incident. Whenever I am going to try to talk to deceased persons, they talk the purely LG Polymers negligence.
The victims are suffering, and the Andhra Pradesh government has identified the surrounding people of more than 20,000 people has been affected.
Health monitoring for all these people must be taken place. Then only some solution will come. Otherwise, it is not possible to get any solution in this matter.
We want justice from the LG.